Domestic violence deaths are higher in Virginia than the national average, according to the Centers for Disease Control. And 1 in 4 women in the U.S. will experience abuse in her lifetime. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And we asked April St.John, she's with Living Anew Counseling and Consulting in Mechanicsville, for some advice for women, children, really anyone who's experiencing abuse. So first, let's just talk about what are the signs that people can start to recognize in their own lives that they are in an abusive situation? And I know also a lot of times people tell themselves they have reasons to stay. How can we get them to change that mindset?
It can be very easy to stay in a domestic violence situation. If it's not categorized as an egregious physical assault, it's difficult to name it. We can normalize it. If at any point your romantic partner comes into a room and you feel disconcerted, uneasy, walking on eggshells, or if a part of you lessens every time they speak to you, there may be something to look into. It's not always physical, it can be emotional, spiritual, and financial abuse.
Yeah, and then you're raising a good point though too, because a lot of people stay in the relationship either for economic reasons or because they have children.
Yes.
So how do they get into a mindset of, no, I need to leave?
Your perfect point, economics and children, as well as skewed mindsets. It's something I'm doing. Maybe I'm not worth anything, or I don't know if what's going to happen next will be just as good or worse as what I'm encountering now. And so it just requires a lot of internal dialogue. It requires to kind of look within yourself, do your own moral inventory, and kind of start to think, what's the future going to look like if I stay in this situation? So yeah, it takes a bit of introspection to begin to take those steps.
And this is something that you have gone through yourself, so this is why you've sort of specialized in this.
Yes. I'm newly divorced from a 22-year marriage, and in the earlier parts of our marriage, my partner and I were very young, and so our maladaptive behaviors just were a perfect TNT combination. My issues and his issues. So we created what we call in psychology a trauma bond, where you just have a cyclical pattern. And we were in our early 20s, you know, I'm culpable for what I did and he's culpable for what he did. But it was pretty traumatic. And so there were some things that took place that were very traumatizing. And that's when I began to realize I need to get my education, start a plan, and in a very calm and pragmatic way begin to make my exit plan. It took some time though. Every situation is different.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk about some resources that are available, especially for anyone out there who might be in this situation. Where can they turn for help? And
so there's the hotline, the 1-800-799-7233 hotline. I actually called it today just to see what the experience would be like, and I spoke with a Will Maria, just a warm woman and kind. She was able to give me insight. She was very lovely to speak with, as well as she told me they provide education. They will transfer you to a resource in your area, and then they can even walk with you through getting your partner online, and they walk the abuser through how to de-escalate and how to walk away. It's a very great resource, a great place to start. Just that first step is what needs to happen. Just make the call.
Okay, and if people want to reach out to you, how can they get in touch?
They can call my office at 804-467-1488, or they can go to my blog, that's LivingAnewThought.com.
Okay, wonderful. April St.John, thank you so much for being with
Thank
us.
you.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.